We were right about Jojo Siwa this whole time. Her and her mom are not good people. This girl right here is Leias Sanderson, and her mom have come forward to Rolling Stone and they have exposed everything. Jojo promised them stardom just to throw them in the trash.
Jojo Siwa is being accused of basically turning into Abby Lee Miller. A new article by the Rolling Stone is exposing the truth behind Jojo and her mother Jesselyn's girl group XOMG Pop.
Jojo Siwa and her mom just got exposed for lying and basically creating a toxic work environment by a former member of her XOMG Pop group. Allegations of bullying, mistreatment, not getting paid. Y'all, this poor girl even alleges that she got forced to do a video shoot before she fully recovered from her spinal surgery. I am telling you, loves, this story will just break your heart.
In front of the young members, only to berate them and encourage them to cry on camera, like Abby Lee Miller. Are we not seeing a pattern here? Jojo is still friends with Abby. Jojo is friends with Colleen Ballinger. Jojo gets mad whenever anyone else speaks bad about Abby.
So, we all used to think of Jojo as this lovable, bubbly Nickelodeon girl who looked like she was the nicest person in the whole world. But nowadays, Jojo just seems to be getting into more and more controversies each month, and this time it's seriously horrible. Now, this whole story circles around Leias Sanderson, a girl who for the longest time has always had a dream and passion for dance. But Leia had to overcome some serious health issues ever since she was young, but she never let that stop her from pursuing her passion. When Leia was about 7 or 8 years old, she started taking dance lessons at Alyssa Edwards' studio. And then, yes, it's the same Alyssa Edwards from RuPaul's Drag Race. Leia was so good that she quickly started popping up everywhere, from dance competitions to Netflix's Dancing Queen. Loves, she was even on America's Got Talent in 2021. Now, when Leia was 14, Alyssa Edwards could see that she had the talent to become an absolute megastar. So Alyssa signed up Leia for an audition for Jojo Siwa's reality TV show, Siwa's Dance Pop Revolution. The show was hyped all over, and it was supposed to be the next big thing. The idea was for Jojo and her mom to create a pop group full of kids and make them into the next big thing. We're talking bigger than Kids Bop and Cocomelon. I mean, at the time, Jojo Siwa was one of the biggest kid stars, and getting a chance to just be like her must have seemed out of this world. And on top of that, Leia was a huge Jojo Siwa fan, and she had been watching her since her Dance Mom days. This was a dream come true for her.
Someone is going home. You can be super exposed. This is gonna make you a star.
Look to the rhythm, come on, dance just like me.
You need to dance like they've never danced before. You are the very first member of XOMG.
Anyways, the idea for the group was that the show was supposed to be hosted by JoJo, and they would hold auditions and competitions, and in the end, form a group of really talented pop kids from the group who made it past the auditions and vigorous competition, and under the management of JoJo's mom. She would then turn them into stars, just like she did for JoJo. However, Leia's mom had some reservations about the whole show. She was worried since Leia was still very young. She would have to move away from home and the people who loved her. But looking back and seeing how much Leia had overcome since she was 3 years old, her mom decided she wouldn't stand in the way of her daughter achieving her dreams. So Leia's mom left her other kids behind with their dad at home, closed her daycare center, and moved to LA with Leia so that she could join JoJo's group. But things soon turned into a nightmare for them after meeting JoJo and her mom.
In 2021, Jojo and Jesselyn starred in this reality show, Siwa's Dance Pop Revolution. The show chronicled Jojo and Jesselyn putting together a girl group that was poised to inherit Jojo Siwa's candy-colored multi-million-dollar empire. They called the group XOMG Pop, and their brand is targeted at the children-teen demographic.
Loves, as soon as they turned up for JoJo's show, they alleged that they saw JoJo's true colors. Leia and her fellow group members were allegedly subjected to grueling rehearsals and little pay, and they were even forced to fall behind on their schoolwork since they have no time for anything else since JoJo and her mom allegedly demanded a lot from them. Loves, Leia claims that she was forced to work under some serious physical stress, that at one point, JoJo's mom basically told her to go to a video shoot just weeks after Leia underwent spinal cord surgery. I mean, what? Like, she was just a kid. How could anyone, especially someone else's mom, make a kid go through all of that? That is just heartless. And to make things worse, days before Leia went in for her surgery, the group was performing at Children's and Family Emmys that JoJo was hosting, and Leia started bleeding through her belly button during the rehearsals, and instead of asking her to take a break so she could get some medical assistant, imagine JoJo's mom told Leia to just put a maxi pad on it so that the blood wouldn't stain her costume before JoJo's big event.
Remember when Christy had to go out and say, "Yes, JoJo, I'm glad that you had a great experience, but that wasn't ours." But we know narcissists. Narcissists can't believe that two things that are opposite could be true at the same time. I didn't have a bad experience. Christy's daughter did. JoJo can't think like that.
And guys, during their 2-year stint in the XOMG Pop, Leia and her mom said that JoJo's mom was extremely cruel to the group members. She called them names, low-key bullied them, and at one point even began shaming on one group member for having a physical disability. I mean, anyone getting Tiffany vibes from JoJo's mom? On the other hand, Jojo Siwa was completely different from what people see on TV. In fact, she was completely different to the XOMG members. She was nasty and basically a dictator. It was basically her way or nothing, and it's alleged that JoJo used to hurl insults at XOMG members during performances. And apparently she created a toxic and cutthroat environment that even after the cameras were turned off. She even started pitting group members against each other. Rolling Stone even spoke to a couple of sources involved in the making of Jojo Siwa's reality show, and they reviewed the contracts, texts, and emails. And it turns out that the consensus is that JoJo and her mom basically lied to Leia and the other members of XOMG Pop, promising them this path to success only to turn around and exploit them just so that they could get a show out of them. Loves, just take a look at the reactions from people when they heard of how Jojo Siwa was treating Leia. It's giving young Ellen DeGeneres vibes. For some reason, it's the super smiley, extra nice, positive to the extreme, and super upbeat persona, people that turn out to be tyrants behind closed doors. No wonder JoJo is the only one that still likes Abby. She's just like her. So basically, Jessa Lynn, JoJo's mom, is an even worse Abby, except not scripted, she's just horrible in real life. Jojo Siwa's support for predators speaks volumes about her. Now, many have been quick to point out the irony of how toxic Dance Moms was, and how JoJo's mom just turned around and simply created a worse version of it. Anyways, I know we are all asking ourselves where Leias Mom was when all of this was happening, and it turns out she too was facing a difficult time under Jojo Siwa and her mom. Apparently, when Leias Mom tried to raise the issue with fellow moms whose kids were in the XOMG Pop and the studio teacher for the group, someone went and snitched on Leia and got fired seemingly out of nowhere. Take a look at what Leias Mom had to say about when they finally decided to expose Jojo Siwa and her mom. Leia and I were in a dark, dark place for months and months that I don't think we were healthy enough to speak out about. Now that we've had time to recover and heal from it, we are in a place where we are ready to share and tell people everything.
Fans are saying that Leah from XOMG Pop might have left the group because they posted a photo shoot and she wasn't in it. Okay, that last effect was making me dizzy, but anyway, Leah, who is the oldest member of XOMG Pop, just celebrated her 16th birthday, and as far as I'm aware, there was no big group party like there usually is. So that's a little bit of a red flag. And of the most recent pictures of XOMG Pop, none contain Leah. This one from the photo shoot is giving, and then there were 5. And Sarah wonders, is this going to be another case where a member goes missing and it's never explained? Cough, cough, Kaya.
Y'all, Rolling Stone approached JoJo and her mom to get their take on these allegations, and they had their lawyer issue a statement saying, "These allegations are 100% provably false, and this story is created to generate clicks at the expense of the truth. Had actual investigative reporting been done, the voluminous and irrefutable evidence would tell you all you need to know. That a disgruntled momager's own abusive behavior caused for her daughter to be asked not to return to the group. Her relentless texts begging for forgiveness and for her daughter to be reinstated completely discredit her and these ridiculous allegations. Jess Siwa was protecting the staff, the other girls, and their families, which she will continue to do ferociously and unapologetically." So, according to the Siwas, they were not the toxic ones. It was Leia's mom that was toxic. But that doesn't explain why the other members of XOMG Pop left the group. I mean, the group that started off with 7 members now only has 3 members left.
I don't know exactly why Kaya left XOMG or why she was asked to leave, but I'm starting to come up with some theories.
At its height, XOMG had over 15 million followers across all its social media platforms, and they even released a Christmas EP with Meghan Trainor just last November. They had hardcore fans who were always dolled up from head to toe with XOMG merch. I think JoJo and her mom were seeing the group take over JoJo's place in the kid entertainment space, since Jojo Siwa is now a full-grown adult and there is a lot of money in kids entertainment. But despite all of that, Leia's mom says that the Siwas didn't even compensate Leia for all of the work. Now, the show that started all of this drama, Siwa's Dance Pop Revolution, debuted back in November 2021 and was marketed as the better and healthier version of Dance Moms, with Jojo Siwa as the choreographer as well as the co-manager of the group along with her mother. And who would doubt this duo, considering that they went through the toxic environment of Dance Moms? Surely they would be better. Well, we wouldn't be any more wrong. That's why Leia's mom warned other parents who had the same assumption as her. She said, do your research. Don't assume you know someone because of their public persona. She then called out Jojo Siwa's mom, telling her that she is too a mom and that the way she treated the XOMG members was just not right. Y'all, Jojo and her mom created a very toxic environment that allegedly a producer was heard saying, it's not a good day unless you're making a kid cry. Y'all, even the producers of the show weren't innocent. They reportedly used to try to manipulate the cast of the show for the sake of maximizing drama. And remember that the people that they were manipulating were just kids. One was even as young as 8 years old. To make matters worse, allegedly in one deleted scene from the show during an elimination stage, the producers made the girls who were eliminated stand in front of the mirror and watch themselves cry and get upset so that their exit interview could be better for the show. Like, you traumatize kids just so you can make a show? And it's not like the Siwas need the money or anything. And allegedly, one source close to JoJo and the show's production said that this is just a way for JoJo to give her mom a new project so she didn't have to wear bows all her life.
My mom was like, okay, so don't. Like I said, I'm a firm believer in life just takes its course and we just gotta lean with it, rock with it. Everyone would always ask me, they'd be like, when's the Bobo gonna go? The day after my 18th birthday, and I literally was like, I don't want to wear it today.
By the way, Leia's mom alleged that under the supervision of the Siwas, the show was edited to make her look ruthless. In one episode where Leia was performing a song with a ukulele, the show was edited to make it look like Leia was taking advantage of another contestant's illness. Rolling Stone later confirmed with some of the producers of the show that that legit happened, but it was apparently not the intention to make Leia look bad. This got even worse after the show ended because Leia and her mom were forced to pay out of pocket for stuff like food and transportation, and yet they were not reimbursed for their expenses, to make things even worse. Yes, this drama gets worse. Leia didn't get paid for the music video, photo, and social media shoots that she was required to attend, and in the midst of all this, Leia signed a contract in which she was to get $10,000, but in the end, she ended up getting like $4,000. And during their time in LA, they had to pay a lot just for an Airbnb, but JoJo had rented a place in the San Fernando Valley, which was known as the XOMG Pop Content House, but none of the XOMG members actually spent even a night there. Loves, when Leia and her mom left the Airbnb, it was because it was too expensive. They ended up sleeping in a blow-up mattress on the floor of a dance studio while Jojo Siwa had an entire house that was meant for the group. Living in LA under those harsh financial conditions got to most of the moms in the group, so much so that Leia's mom and another XOMG member's mom had to scrub toilets and arrange Jojo's closet for $20 an hour just so that they could have the cash to survive. And remember, their kids weren't getting paid, despite the Siwas demanding they put in endless hours of social media content. At one point, they were even promised $500 for the video that had the most views in a week. At first, Leia recalled having fun making the videos, but it soon turned mean and competitive, all because of JoJo and her mom. Y'all, this story is just insane. I mean, how could JoJo and her mom do this to innocent kids? It's just heartless. What do y'all think about this whole mess? Do you think Jojo Siwa can ever come back from this? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to watch my other videos to ensure that you are up to date with all the tea. Till next time, bye loves!